Welcome into the broadcast. You're listening to the 2018 Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament, live here on Jock Jive. Art Chandel on the call as our last game slated here between Holmes County and Okeechobee. As we're almost set for first pitch. Excuse me, between Okeechobee and Spring Hill, excuse me. As Spring Hill is the visiting team in today's matchup, and Okeechobee the home team in purple and black, and Spring Hill in baby blue and white. As Spring Hill will come to the plate first, and their lineup looks as so. Batting first and playing center field, Braden Anderson. Batting second, Hunter Bishop. Batting third, Justin Cicera. Batting fourth, Caden Plummer. Batting fifth, Joseph Rosa. Batting seventh, Ricky Enbely. Batting eighth, Nathan Marsh. Batting ninth, Sean Keegan. As the first pitch is almost delivered from Hunter Daniels for Okeechobee, and that one's in there on the outside corner. And rounding out the Spring Hill lineup, Amario Morris, Vinny Passarella, Arlie Papuo, and Brady Elkins. As the second pitch is delivered, cut on and missed by Anderson. Defensively for Okeechobee, on the mound, Hunter Daniels. Behind the plate, Zyron Flores. At third base, Juan Terrarina. At shortstop, Blaine Royer, as the next pitch misses outside. Count 1-2. At second base, Karis Johns. At first base, Caden Wyden. As the next pitch is cut on and missed, and Anderson is down on strikes for the first out of the ballgame. In left field, Trace Ellerby. In center field, Caleb Cruz, and in right field, Dakota Vargas. So one away with none out, with none on for Hunter Bishop. Bishop hits the first pitch out to shallow left center field and brought in by Trace Ellerby for the second out. So one pitch and one out, two out and none on for Justin Cicera. Cicera, the third baseman for Spring Hill today. First pitch is taken low and away for a ball. Next offering is hit out and just past second base. It might fall, but a nice running catch by the shortstop, Hunter Bishop. And that will retire the side. Actually, Blaine Royer with the catch there. So 3 up and 3 down. And a clean inning for Okeechobee defensively. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to the 2018 Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament live on Jock Jive.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Welcome back, ready to start the bottom half of the first inning as Blaine Royer steps in for Okeechobee as he pops the first pitch back out of play to the left. Okeechobee's lineup looks as so. Batting first, Blaine Royer. Playing shortstop. Batting second, Karis Johns. Batting third, Juan Terrarina. Batting fourth, Hunter Daniels. Batting fifth, Dakota Vargas. Batting sixth, Caden Whedon. As the next pitch is well inside. Following Whedon is Caleb Cruz. Then Zyron Flores. Charlie Miko. Trace Ellerby. Jason Jolly. And Diaz Betancourt. As the next pitch is outside for a ball. And that pitch is ripped up the middle for a single, straight out to center field. So a leadoff single for Royer puts Okeechobee in business as Karis Johns now comes to the plate. Defensively for Spring Hill, pitching is Vinny Passarella. Behind the plate, Omario Morris. At third base, Justin Cicera. At shortstop, Hunter Bishop. At second base, as the throw over to first. At second base, Ricky Ellerby. At first, Omario Morris. In left field, Nathan Marsh. In center field, Braden Anderson. And in right field, Joseph Rosa, as the first pitch is cut on and missed. For a strike, moving up on a stolen base is Royer. So quickly a man in scoring position. Peek back to second. Now Passarella ready and delivers as John squares and pulls back. Next pitch to Johns is cut on and missed. Actually fouled back. In the hole is Juan Terrarina. And following is Hunter Daniels, the pitcher today for Okeechobee. Long looks back at second for Passarella. Pitch on the way, and that one skips away from the outstretched glove of Omario Morris. And now moving into third is Blaine Royer. So Royer up to third with no outs. And the next pitch is wide. Count now is full, 3-2. Next pitch on the way is cranked out to right field. Rolling back and ranging is the right fielder. It's off his glove. Joseph Rosa can't come up with it. Coming in to score from third is Royer. And quickly, Okeechobee has a 1-0 lead. A deep fly ball there that looked like it might be a sac fly as Rosa came on to make the catch, and it looked like it just got out of the grasp of his glove. So an RBI double for Johns now as Terrarino singles up the middle. That one's going to roll into center field. Being held at third is Johns. And Terrarina in on a first pitch single right back up the middle. So 3 straight at-bats with 3 straight hits. As now they have men on the corners. Men on the corners with nobody out. First pitch is fouled down the left side. So Hunter Daniels to the plate with men on the corners and nobody out. Okeechobee up early, 1-0. Daniels trying to help his own cause as he'll take the mound the following half inning with the lead. Either way, it's cut, and moving up on a defensive indifference is Juan Terrarina, as there was no throw. So now second and third, nobody out. Next pitch is lined out to shortstop, up with it, and to first is Bishop, but that will play to run as Okeechobee now leads 2-0 on the RBI ground out by Hunter Daniels. So Spring Hill able to record the first out of the inning, but it will cost them a run as now Okeechobee leads 2-0. So now the 5-hole hitter, Dakota Vargas, comes to the plate with a man on third with one out. First pitch swinging and hitting it down the right field line, foul. So Okeechobee here early, putting lots of balls in contact, putting them in play. Next pitch is in there on the inner half for a strike. So Dakota Vargas down in the count 0-2. Next offering is cut on and missed, dropped by the catcher. He'll have to pick it up and throw it down to first. And can't quite see. I think the throw got away from the first baseman, blocked, but that will bring in another run as Vargas put the ball in play and was able to play Terrarina. So 3-0 Okeechobee and just one out. So 3-0. 4 of the first 5 have reached via hit as Caden Wyden now comes to the plate. Wyden, the first baseman today for Okeechobee.
Now batting, number 2, Caden Wyden.
As the Spring Hill coaching staff and umpires converse amongst themselves. In on the lakes in Sebring, you will enjoy the luxury of casual yet elegant surroundings as they are pleasing to the eye, as they are comfortable and relaxing. With more than 155 spacious, beautifully decorated guest rooms and suites, you can experience the best thing that Sebring, Florida hotels have to offer. At Inn on the Lakes, you will be afforded all of the comforts of home, in addition to stunning views that overlook the lakes and the finest hospitality around. To find out more, go to inontheLakes.com or call 1-800-531-5253. As they're still conversing whether I believe the guy was out at first or not is what I think they're talking about. Coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, NJCAA Women's Basketball All-Star Weekend, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. And now they changed the call. So the runner was out at first base. So instead of it reaching on first, it will be a RBI ground out for Vargas. So 2 outs and nobody on. As Caden Wyden now comes to the plate. So an RBI on a strikeout, throw down for Vargas. As that pitch is hit out to shallow left center field, and that one will drop down for a hit for Wyden. So the hit machine keeps on rolling for Okeechobee, as Caleb Cruz now will come to the plate.
Now batting, number 3, Caleb
Cruz, the center fielder today. So with 2 outs and 1 on, Cruz looks to get the 5th hit of the inning. First pitch is ripped out through the outstretched glove of the third baseman. Shortstop will toss it over to second, but not in time. So Cruz now on second with the single. And Whedon moves up to second. So now Zyron Flores will come to the plate. The 8th batter of the inning, as he tosses off his catcher's gear. First pitch to Flores is cut on and foul to the left side. Want to download of any game in this week's tournament? They're only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We'll send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, as the next pitch is trickled off the catcher's glove, but he'll try to throw down to get the runner. It won't happen. So moving up to third. Is Wyden. Cruz up to second. As the next pitch to Flores is high and inside. So if you'd like to get a keepsake from a loved one in this tournament, just email info@jockjive.com. As the next pitch is in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. Next pitch is low and away for a ball. So a nice walk work by Zyron Flores as the inning continues for Okeechobee. Base is now loaded for Charlie Miko, the extra hitter for Okeechobee. That pitch is hit out to second base. Up with it and making the grab for the third out is Ricky Enbeli. So that will retire the side. 3 runs scored. We'll move to the top half of the second. You're listening to the 2018 Ozone Tournament live on Jock Jive.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Are Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Welcome back to Sebring as we're set to start the top half of the second. Spring Hill coming to bat as that pitch is hit out in front of the plate, up with it, and throwing to first. And that's an out. So one away. Start the top half of the second as Caden Plummer grounded out 2-3. As Spring Hill National is trailing 3-0. As now Joseph Rosa now comes to the plate. Spring Hill still looking to reach there for their first time as that one is popped out to third base. Up and under it for the second out is Juan Terrarina. So quickly 2 outs for the Okeechobee defense as 5 up and 5 down so far. Enbele, as Ricky Enbele looks to stop the drought and reach base for the first time for Spring Hill. First pitch on the way is high and outside. So Hunter Daniels able to come on out to the field with a comfortable 3-0 lead here in the top of the second. 1-0 pitch is served over the plate and just lined left of the third base bag. And the count is now 1-1. Coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, NJCAA Women's Basketball All-Star Weekend, and a whole lot more. Yes, there's plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. As the next pitch to Enbele is just inside for a ball. If Enbele were to reach, Nathan Marsh would come to the plate. Pitch is served to foul territory and left side. Next pitch is high and towards Engley. The 3-2 pitch on the way is drilled out to deep center field. Ranging back and making the catch is Caleb Cruz. Nice hand-eye coordination there to record the third out. So 3 up and 3 down again for Spring Hill, as all 6 have been retired so far. We'll move to the bottom half of the second. You are listening to the 2018 Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament live on Jock Jive.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes.
Welcome back as we are ready to start the bottom half of the second inning. Okeechobee coming up for a second time, leading 3-0. Art Schendel on the call here. And leading things off for Okeechobee will be Trace Ellerby. As the second pitch to Ellerby is wide. Vinny Passarella still on the hill for Spring Hill. The next pitch is wide. And quickly working as he fouls that one off his face mask of his helmet. As Vinny Passarella gets into fresh baseball. As Ellerby fouls one back. So Ellerby stays alive as he continues to foul pitches back off, takes one on the outside corner. It's going to cost him a strikeout looking. And Ellerby down on strikes for the first out. Nice pitch there by Passarella to find the outside corner. And one away here at the bottom of the second. Quickly coming to the plate is Jason Jolly. First pitch in there for a called strike.
Now batting, Okeechobee, number 1, Jason Jolly.
As the next pitch to Jolly is fouled back to the back right here. Looking at our Ozone tournament bracket here. Spring Hill American was victorious earlier this morning over Franklin County 6-5, so they are placed in the winner's bracket portion as the next pitch is low and outside. Sebring pulling away as well today over East Lakeland, so Spring Hill American and Sebring will face off as that pitch is popped up and just out of play. People take cover. So Franklin County in the loser bracket game, and the loser of this game will go on to play Franklin County, and the winner of this game will, it seems, get an advance bye. And that's a ground out for Jolly. So 2 away quickly. So 2 up and 2 down. As that first pitch is lined to the left field line. Next pitch is in there for a called strike to Diaz Betancourt. And that pitch is served softly past the pitcher's mound and able to come up with and corral is Passarella for the third out. So quickly, 3 up and 3 down for Okeechobee, who've played 2. Move to the top half of the third. You're listening to the 2018 Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament live on Jock Jive.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Welcome back to Sebring, set to start the top half of the third inning as Spring Hill comes up for their third at-bat, looking for their first man to reach as Nathan Marsh comes to the plate. Still on the hill is Hunter Daniels for Okeechobee. Long look in from Daniels. Pitch on the way is cut on and drilled out to deep left field. This one's got a chance. If it's fair, it's hooking foul. Farthest ball I've seen hit today. Just foul of the foul pole. So Nathan Marsh, a long walk back to the plate, would have put them on the board and cut their deficit to 2. The next offering from Daniels is a curveball. This one lifted out to third base and an outreach glove and great grab by Juan Terrarina. A highlight reel play for the first out of the inning. So 7 consecutive retired by Daniels
Now batting, number 52.
as Terrarina making a highlight play there to continue the stretch of batters returning to the dugout for Spring Hill. The first pitch to Sean Keegan is a ball low and outside. The next pitch from Daniels catches the outside for a strike. Be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we are at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. Give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports, as the next pitch to Keegan is a strike. So Keegan down to his last strike of the at-bat. Curveball almost brushes Keegan on the pant leg, able to dive out of the way of that one. The next offering is lined back up the middle. Daniels trying to get it with his glove. He'll get to the second baseman, and he'll be able to flip it over for the out. Karis Johns, a nice play there. Put out will go 1-4-3. As Keegan, unfortunate, that one didn't get through the middle there. So 2 up and 2 down now as Amario Morris now comes to the plate.
Now batting, number 42, Amarius Morris.
Daniels looks in long for the sign. Finds the one he wants. Fastball on the way, fouled back to the right. Count 0-1. If the inning were to continue, Spring Hill's hurler Vinny Passarella would come to the plate. Pitch is just inside. So Mario ahead in the count. Two and 1. Next pitch is wide. 3-1. Pitch is hit back up the middle. Daniels trying to make the play, corrals it, firing over to first, and not in time. So the inning will continue. Spring Hill with their first hit of the ball game as Mario Morris reaches and keeps the inning alive for Vinny Passarella.
Now batting, number 22, Vinny Passarella.
So 1 on with 2 out for Passarella, so he could help his own campaign to lessen the lead for Okeechobee. Toss over to first. Don't forget to subscribe to Jock Jive's YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. So head on over to Jock Jive's YouTube channel. And the next pitch is taken for a ball. Heading on down to second easily is Morris. Morris in with the stolen base, so Spring Hill with their first man in scoring position. And Morris. As the catcher might have got banged up there on the ball skipping in the dirt as they check out Zyron Flores. The Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and mid-August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the Dixie Baseball 15 and under and Dixie Pre-Majors World Series, the AA, AAA, Ozone, and Majors World Series in Lumberton, and so much more. Catch it all right here on jockjive.com. As Flores is good to go, stay in the game. And Passarella will dig back in. So set to resume. Passarella, the left-handed hitter, digs back in. Leading from second is Morris. Pitch is well inside and gets Passarella on the backside. He'll head down to first. So now 2 men on, and the tying run comes to the plate for Spring Hill and Arlie Pupo. Pupo waits the first pitch. And off with the pitch is Morris, and Pupo kind of blocking the throw down from Flores, not giving him much of a lane to throw. So 2 stolen bases for Morris. Gets him a bag away from Spring Hill's first run. And moving up to second is Passarella. So Arlie has 2 men in scoring position. A base hit could get the score within 1. Pitch on the way is well inside. As Hunter Daniels has struggled a bit here with his control in this inning. Several wild pitches and a hit by pitch has put Spring Hill in position to cut into Okeechobee's lead. Next pitch is low. Nice backhanded stop by Flores. Pitch on the way and in there for a called strike. Pitch on the way, and that one's fouled as the runners were off with the pitch. Next pitch from Daniels is chopped out to third base. Up with it, and making the throw in time is Juan Terrarina, who's had plenty of good plays at the hot corner, and that will retire the side for Spring Hill. So unable to plate their first run of the game. We have played 2.5. We'll move to the bottom half of the third. You're listening to the 2018 Ozone State Tournament live from Sebring.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working. We invite your support.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive. Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Welcome back as we're ready to start the bottom half of the third between Spring Hill and Okeechobee. Okeechobee up 3-0 as they look to widen the gap. And still on the hill for Spring Hill is Vinny Passarella as the lineup rolls over for Okeechobee. As Blaine Royer comes up for the second time. Royer a single and stolen base in the first, as well as a run scored. The next pitch to Royer is low and away, as a few balls reward Royer with a leadoff walk. So 2 for 2 in reaching base for Royer, as now Karis Johns comes to the plate. Karis Johns doubled in the first inning and plated the first run for Okeechobee. As there's a visit on the mound. Jock Jive Sports Productions work small events and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to a full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. As the Spring Hill infield continues to meet, don't forget to subscribe to Jock Jive's YouTube channel. We stream all of Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel. And you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. So check it out. As there'll be a pitching change for Spring Hill. Take a quick timeout and return and let you know who will continue to pitch here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Now batting for Okeechobee, number 4, John.
Welcome back. As we're set to resume play here in the bottom of the third inning, the new pitcher for Spring Hill is number 52, Sean Keegan, as Karis Johns digs in for the second time. Johns doubled and plated the first run of the game. Man on first, nobody out. Next pitch is low and outside, taking off down to second. No throw is Royer, so Royer in scoring position, his second stolen base of the game. Next pitch is a fastball, low and away. So Keegan trying to pitch to contact here to try to get some outs. Spring Hill get him back up and just keep the deficit at 3. Next pitch is cut on and missed. And down on strikes for the first out is Karis Johns. So 1 away with 1 on as Juan Terrarina comes to the plate. Terrarina singled and scored in the first. First pitch on the way to Terrarina is cut on and missed. Down to third. And another stolen base for Royer. Royer just running all over the base paths here. His third stolen base already. It's the third inning. So at third with 1 out. A good spot for Terrarina to drive in a run. Set, peeks over to third. Pitch on the way is cut on and fouled off to the right side. If you're looking for class and comfort all rolled into one luxurious but very affordable package, then you will want to stay at the Residence Inn by Marriott. Located on Tubbs Road in Sebring, they are near everything that makes a stay convenient and enjoyable. Their service is second to none, and the Residence Inn is staffed by people who genuinely care about the youth of our community. The Residence Inn in Sebring, come take up residence with us. As the ball is hit in front of the plate, it will be a put out by the catcher, 2-3, but coming in to score from third is Royer. A very heads-up base running play there, as Terrarina is retired 2-3. And it won't go as an RBI, but it plated the runner by putting the ball in play. So 2 away. Score now is 4-0 Okeechobee, as Hunter Daniels now comes to the plate.
Now batting, Hunter Daniels.
First pitch to Daniels is cut on and miss for strike 1. Daniels grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. So Royer basically creating that run all by himself as he worked the walk, then he stole second, and then he stole third, and then he was basically able to score on a ball hit right in front of the plate that was thrown down to first. So aggressive base running plates their 4th run, as Daniels chops one to the left side, just to the left of the foul line. So returning now to the batter's box is Daniels, with 2 out and nobody on. Pitch is cut on and missed, and down on strikes is Daniels, so that will end the threat for Okeechobee. They plate 1 and increase the lead to 4-0. We've played 3. We'll move to the top half of the 4th. You're listening to the 2018 Ozone State Tournament live on Jock Jive.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the Ozone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Welcome back to Sebring as we're set to start the top half of the 4th as Okeechobee leads Spring Hill 4-0. Coming up to lead things off for Spring Hill is Brady Elkins. So Elkins comes up for the first time today. First pitch is in there. There's strike one. Elkins, the catcher today for Spring Hill. The next pitch is cut on and drilled out to second, but a wonderful snag by Karis Johns as Elkins robbed of a hit there. And Okeechobee flashing the leather all around the infield here, one away. Third base, second base, shortstop. They're making all the plays. So one away, as now Braden Anderson will come up for the second time. Anderson struck out in the first inning. First pitch is in there to Anderson, strike one. Hunter Daniels still on the hill for Okeechobee. Daniels fires one well behind Anderson, who jumps out of the way of that one. Be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we are at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. Next pitch is, well, low and inside. Count is 2-1. Spring Hill needs to find a bit of momentum here to try to overcome the strong play of Okeechobee's defense and pitching so far. String together a couple of hits. Next pitch to Anderson is well outside. As the wind picks up here a little bit, hopefully that's not a sign of history here, as this place is known to get some rain in the summer. Next, Daniels' delivery is cut on and missed, as Anderson was going all for that one. Trying to put 2 runs on the board there. Daniels turns and burns. 3-2 is a little bit inside, and Anderson down to first. So inning is alive by the Anderson walk.
Now batting, number 13.
1 down in the inning. So now Hunter Bishop comes to the plate. Bishop flew out to right field in the first inning. Toss over to first, and back in time is Anderson. The next pitch is low and away. The next pitch is driven out to right field, under it, and making the grab is Dakota Vargas for the second out. So a hot shot to right field by Bishop, but not far enough for the second out. And Anderson retreats to first as the 3-hole hitter Justin Cicera now comes to the plate. Cicera popped out to shortstop in the first. As Cicera digs into the batter's box. Still awaiting the first pitch. And again, tossing over to first is Daniels. Pitch is to the backstop as the runner was taking off anyway. was Anderson, so he'll move down to scoring position as Sarah has a chance to plate their first run on a base hit. And again, tossing back to the base with a 4-run lead. You wonder why they're worrying so much about the runner on base. Spring Hill has struggled to put the ball in play for hits. Cecina takes one in on the chest for another ball. So 2-0. And again, the winner of this game will advance to Monday's matchup between either Spring Hill American or Sebring. So it's basically like an advanced bye, whoever wins this game. I'm sure over a coin flip. So a pivotal game here as the next pitch is fouled back to the left side. The loser of this game will play Franklin County tomorrow at 10 a.m. Spring Hill American defeated Franklin County 6-5 earlier today. This is Spring Hill National playing in this ball game. And Sebring defeated East Lakeland earlier this afternoon. Peeking back is Daniels. Next pitch is low and inside to Cicera. So 3-1 as Cicera's in the driver's seat. We'll look for a good pitch or take a walk down to first. Next pitch from Daniels is low and away. That one gets away from the catcher, but unable to move down to third. So Sarah on first with the walk. Staying at second is Anderson. And now Caden Plummer will come to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Daniels will peek back to second. And pitch on the way. And that one is low and inside. Might just want to forget about the runners altogether and focus on the third out of the inning. Next pitch is inside and out to the second baseman. Up with it and firing to first for the third out is Karis Johns. And Hunter Daniels escapes the jam. So no hits, 2 walks, 2 left on. We've played 3.5. We'll move to the bottom half of the fourth as Okeechobee leads Spring Hill National 4-0. You're listening to the 2018 Ozone State Tournament here on Jock Jive.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
First pitch is hit out to right field. A diving grab by Morris. And one away. Actually, yeah, Morris. Morris with the diving, 34. 34 on the catch. Joseph Rosa. Nice catch there by Joseph Rosa to retire Dakota Vargas for the first out in right field. Caden Whitten now will come to the plate. Still 4-0. Bottom of the fourth. Pitch on the way, cut on and missed. The big cut there. Still in the game on the hill for Spring Hill is Keegan. As that pitch is hit back to Keegan, up with it. 2 firsts for the second out. As Caden Whitten is retired 1-3. 2 up and 2 down quickly as Caleb Cruz will come to the plate now. Cruz singled in the first inning. Sean Kagan, 2 up and 2 down.
Number 3, Caleb Cruz.
Looking to get Spring Hill back in the dugout and get back up to cut some of this lead away. First pitch swinging is Cruz, down the count 0-1. Don't forget to subscribe to the Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall. They stream it to their YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way, so check out the Jock Jive YouTube channel. As the next pitch from Keegan is just low and outside. Elkins trying to frame it for a strike. The next pitch is chopped out in the front of the plate. Keegan barehands it, picks it up, throws to first, and gets the out. Nice play there. Able to pick it up quickly and retire Cruz 1-3. So 3 up and 3 down for Okeechobee. The second time in the game they've done so. We'll move to the top half of the fifth. We've played 4 as Spring Hill National will look to try to lessen the 4-0 deficit. Take a quick timeout and return here on Jock Jive.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. Every Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the Ozone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series? Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, Jock Jive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one. Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Welcome back to the top half of the 5th inning. As Zyron Flores, as Joseph Rosa comes to the plate. Rosa popped out in the 2nd inning. Top of the 5th. Rosa fouls one back to the left. At Inn on the Lakes in Sebring, you'll enjoy the luxury of casual yet elegant surroundings as they are as pleasant to the eye as they are comfortable and relaxing. With more than 155 spacious, beautifully decorated rooms and suites, you can experience the best thing that Sebring, Florida hotels have to offer. So check them out, InOnTheLakes.com, or call 1-800-531-5253. As Joseph Rosa singles back up the middle to start the inning. So Ricky Enbely will step in. There's a toss back over to first. Apologies, Engley. Ricky Engley up. Engley flew out to center in the 2nd. As the first pitch to Engley is low and outside, taking off and down to 2nd, and in there safely as the ball trickles into center field. So Rosa in with a stolen base and into scoring position. And it's the 3rd time today Spring Hill has had a man in scoring position. Into pitch for Okeechobee is Charlie Miko. The next pitch to Engley is popped back to the right and out of play. Almost took out our window here. So Engley up, Nathan March in the hole, and the pitcher Sean Keegan. If things were to develop, Marsh on deck, Keegan in the hole. So Engley awaits the next pitch with the man in scoring position. Pitch is lined out to left center field. That one's going to drop down. And the left fielder picks it up, throws it to second, doesn't realize the runner has rounded third and come home. And Rosa scores the first run of the ball game. Heads up to see that the relay throw went into second to prevent the double. And Engley drives in the first run for Spring Hill as they trail now 4-1. So Engley with the RBI single. Rosa coming around to score, and then Engley moved up to second on the throw. So 4-1. Okeechobee still leading, as now Nathan Marsh steps in. So Miko looks to slow down the Spring Hill surge here to start the fifth, as that first pitch is lined out to the left side foul. There's a little bit of a resurgence here has started for Spring Hill. They're just trailing by 3. They have 6 outs to work with here as it's still the fifth. As a foul ball is retrieved. Don't forget to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. It's a great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports. So ball retrieved. Now ready to resume play. Pitch on the way is low and inside to Marsh. Long look in from Miko. Stretch. Pitch on the way and high and outside. 2-1. Taking off and not even giving a look at it, and a half swing out to the pitcher's mound, up with it and throwing to first, and that one gets away. And more of a simple throw, and that one goes by the wayside as a throwing error on Okeechobee brings around Engley, as some players show displeasure and unable to record the out. So Marsh is down to first base now, and the inning continues. So 2 runs have scored on just 2 batters so far, as an array of errors by the Okeechobee defense has cut the deficit in half. So still no outs recorded by Okeechobee as they're starting to reel here in the top of the fifth. Not the fault of the pitcher, as he's gotten the ball put in play several times and unable to convert the outs, as a pinch runner has come in for Marsh. Now pinch running is Brady Elkins. So Elkins at first. Still nobody out, as Sean Keegan will come to the plate. First pitch is well inside to Keegan, ball 1. So coming into the inning, Okeechobee led 4-0. Now it's 4-2, and Okeechobee still has yet to record an out. Next pitch on the way in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. Throwing down to second, has a chance at the stolen base, and just missing the tag. And Marsh down to second with the stolen base, but a valiant effort by the catcher, Zyron Flores, who backhanded the throw and then made a great throw down to second, but unable to convert the tag. So Spring Hill again with another runner in scoring position. Keegan awaits the next delivery from Miko. Pitch is lined back to second base, diving and unable to make the grab just off the outstretched glove of the second baseman. It'll be an infield single, and moving up to third is Marsh, and now Spring Hill is really in business. First and third, nobody out for Mario Morris now. So 4 straight batters have reached by putting the ball in play for Spring Hill National. As Mario Morris awaits the conference to commence amongst Okeechobee players, as they'll need to start trading outs for runs here to try to leave this inning. Mario awaits the first pitch from Miko. Pitch is low and outside, taking off down to second with no throw is Sean Keegan. So now the tying run is at second, and the go-ahead run is at the plate. Next pitch is fouled off Morris's leg. As Morris overtalks the strategy with the third base coach. The Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and mid-August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the Dixie Baseball 15 and under and Dixie Pre-Majors World Series, as well as the AA, AAA, Ozone, and Majors World Series in Lumberton. So catch it all right here on jockjive.com. Next pitch to Morris is popped up at the pitcher's mound. Should be an easy play, and is for Miko to finally record the first out of the inning. So unable to push another run across is Morris, and that leaves the bases second and third, one out for Braden Anderson.
Now batting, number 3, Brandon Anderson.
So Brandon Anderson. First pitch to Anderson is cut on and miss, strike one. Next pitch is in there for strike two. Strike one. The next pitch is just out of the outstretched glove of the catcher. No advance, though, on the play. As the Catcher seems to be getting some assistance. Looks like he got something in his eye. Coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, NJCAA Women's Basketball All-Star Weekend, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. Next pitch is drilled out to right center field. This one might drop down. It will. It's going to tie the game. Coming in to score the third run is Elkins, and coming in to score the second run is Keegan, and we're squared at 4. A whirl of a hit there by Anderson has tied it all up, and we're knotted at 4. A 2-out, 2 RBI double by Anderson has knotted it at 4. So a 4-run frame for Spring Hill, who struggled to have any success so far on the base paths until this inning. As the first pitch is high and inside, ball 1. So now Hunter Bishop will dig in to try to put Spring Hill ahead here. Ooh, pitch in there on the inside half. Bishop not liking that. 1-1 the count. Hunter Bishop 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to right field. The next pitch is lined out to right, and that one's going to get to the right fielder. Might have a play at the plate. Rounding third, and the relay throw is in time. Cut down at the plate. A wonderful catch and tag by Flores as the go-ahead run for naught for Spring Hill. A great job of getting that ball in. And so 2 outs as Bishop's hit looked like it was going to plate the go-ahead run, but gunned down at the plate was Anderson. So 2 away with Bishop on first as Justin Cicera will come to the plate. Now the Spring Hill coach arguing with the umpire, saying probably he blocked the plate or something of that effect, but the throw and the ball was 5 feet up the line, so I don't think they really had a chance of scoring anyway. So 2 away with 1 on as Justin Cicera now will dig in. So 2 away. Bishop on first. Cicera waits the first pitch. It's low. And a nice backhanded stop there by Flores. Flores has had plenty of those today, along with the biggest play of the game thus far, knocking down the Spring Hill go-ahead run there. Next pitch is taken. Running on the base pass and down to second as the ball just trickles away from the shortstop second base cover combo. So up into scoring position is Bishop. Spring Hill has stormed back in this game, putting up 4 in the inning. Pitch is low and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. The pitch is chopped to the left side and foul. Cicera ready and digs back in. Pitch is hit back up the middle, and it will get past the shortstop. Rounding third, coming in and now he'll retreat. Probably better off, as Bishop looked like he was going to turn the corner and come home, but changed his mind. So an infield single for Cicera keeps the inning alive, as now Caden Plummer will come to the plate. So Cicera at first, Bishop at third, 2 outs, and Plummer comes to the plate. First pitch is hit back up the middle. That one's going to trickle. Wait, it hit the base runner. No run. As an unfortunate circumstance for Spring Hill, it looked like the ball was going to roll into center field, and unfortunately for their luck, it hit their base runner, Cicera, who's out on the play, so no run, as an unbelievably unlucky set of circumstances, as we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th, tied here at 4. We'll resume action shortly.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
Welcome back to Sebring as we're set to start the bottom half of the 5th. Spring Hill National and Okeechobee knotted at 4 after it looked like Spring Hill was going to take the lead there, and a single that hit the base runner didn't allow the runner on third to come home. So 4-4. Still on the mound for Spring Hill is Sean Keegan. And leading the inning off is Zyron Flores. Pitch to Flores is cut on and missed. And Flores down on strikes for the first out. So Charlie Miko now, the current pitcher for Okeechobee, will come up. Try to help his squad regain the lead that they held for 4.5 innings of play. First pitch to Miko is cut on and drilled down the right field line. That one will be a sharp hit to right field. Up with it and throwing to first, but did he get him? He got him. A rare 9-3 putout from right field. There's a little bit of a visual issue with the first base dugout blocking the view, so I couldn't actually see if he was put out at first, but indeed he was. That pitch is lined down the left field line out of the outstretched glove of the third baseman, Justin Cicera. So a 2-out single for Blaine Royer keeps the inning alive.
Now batting number 4, Karis Johns.
So 2 out with 1 on for Karis Johns. Johns doubled and had an RBI and run scored in the first and struck out in the third. Peeking over to first is Keegan. Now set to throw. The first pitch is cut on and missed. Quickly digging back in and ready for the next pitch is Johns. That pitch is chopped to the right side and just fell. So Keegan now retrieving the ball fouled down the line. And is ready, looks in for the sign. And steps off again. A long delay and sign relays. Now set. Keegan, pitch on the way, and again chopped to the right side. If the inning were to continue, Juan Terrarina would come to the plate. Pitch on the way, and that one will go foul again. So 3 straight pitches fouled off to the right side, as he knows what's coming, but can't quite get the timing down. So 2 out, 1 on, still square at 4 apiece. Pitch is again fouled back. Staying alive to keep the bottom half of the frame going for Okeechobee. Pitch on the way, and that one is watched for a ball. And taking off down to second with no throw is Royer, so a stolen base marathon here for Royer. That's his 4th of the game. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 in the 5th. And swung on and missed, but the ball gets away from the catcher. Might be a play at first. There is, and a great throw by the catcher Elkins to retire the Okeechobee threat. So Johns goes down strikeout 2-3 variety, and no one is able to plate a run here for Okeechobee. We played 5. Take a quick timeout and resume here with Spring Hill coming up and trying to take the first lead in the top of the 6th.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong. And Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do, by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Welcome back to Sebring as we're set to start the top half of the sixth. Spring Hill looking to take their first lead of the game as Joseph Rosa steps in and lays down a bunt, but it'll trickle foul. Still in to pitch for Okeechobee, number 35, Charlie Miko. As Miko pitches out of the stretch with nobody on. Next pitch is hit out to shallow left center field, and it'll just drop out of the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Lane Royer. So Spring Hill gets the leadoff man on to start things here, just like they did in the fifth. That played at 4 for them. So 1 on and nobody out for Ricky Angley now.
Now batting number 18, Ricky Angley.
Angley peeks down to third for his signs. Possible bunt on. Most of their runs last inning were on throwing miscues as now Spring Hill is awarded the bag at second. Not sure what happened over there. A errant pickoff throw. And again, throwing miscues by Okeechobee, allowing Spring Hill to inch back in this one. So now Rosa up to second as Angley steps back in. The go-ahead run at second. Pitch is low and inside. Our outs have been hard to come by for the Okeechobee defense in the last inning plus. Next pitch is chopped out and will be past the second baseman, but between the center fielder. No advance by Rosa. So a bloop single for Angley, and now first and second, nobody on for Nathan Marsh.
Now batting number 39, Nathan Marsh.
Marsh popped out to third base in third and reached first on an error in the fifth. Also recorded a stolen base as well. So 2 at-bats in as many innings for Marsh. First pitch is fouled back to the screen. Now switching up his... Now back to the stretch now. Takes a peek out at second. Pitch is in there on the hands for a strike. Marsh doesn't like the call. Again, peeks back to second. Miko comes set. Pitch on the way and low and off with the throw. And down to third with the stolen base. And trailing him down to second is Angley. A steal by Rosa gets him to third base. His second stolen base of the game. So now both runners in scoring position as Spring Hill in great position here to take the lead for the first time. Pitch on the way, and it's high for a ball. Four to 4 here in the top of the sixth. Pitch on the way, and that one's waved on and missed. And down on strikes is Marsh for the first out. So unable to produce the go-ahead run and put the ball in play. One down as now Sean Keegan will come up.
Number 52, Sean Keegan.
Keegan grounded out in the second, in the third, and singled in the fifth. As there's a conference amongst Keegan and the third base coach. Has concluded. So 1 out, second and third for Keegan. Pitch is chopped to the left side, foul. Next pitch is chopped to the left side. Up with it is the third baseman. No play at home. Spring Hill takes the lead on a productive ground out by Sean Keegan. So Keegan able to get the job done. A ground out to third base. But now Spring Hill has taken the lead for the first time today as Rosa comes in to score.
Number 3, Brendan Anderson.
So an improbable comeback here for Spring Hill as they now lead 5-4. Moving up to third on the ground out is Angley. So Angley at third with 2 outs as Mario Morris comes to the plate. As now there'll be a pinch hitter as Passarella will pinch hit for Mario Morris. So Passarella, the starting pitcher for Spring Hill, has now been subbed in for Mario Morris to hit. And the first pitch to Passarella is outside for a ball, 1-0. So a big insurance run sitting out there on third as Spring Hill has scored 5 consecutive runs after trailing 4-0. 4 last frame and 1 this frame. Next pitch is low and away as Priscilla patiently waiting for one to make good contact with. Next pitch. Priscilla watches that one as well, but it falls in for a strike. 2-1 on the count. That pitch is drilled back up the middle and out the outstretched glove of the second baseman. And another run for Spring Hill. A great at bat there by Passarella, waiting for one that he finally wanted. He got it, and he hit it back up the middle for a big insurance run as Spring Hill has surged here in the last 2 frames, scoring 6 unanswered. So 4 last frame, 2 this frame, and Okeechobee will have a lot of work to do in the bottom half of the 6th. First pitch to Anderson is a strike. Off with the pitch and down to second easily is Mario Morris. Mario came into pinch run for Passarella after his single. So Mario Morris out at second. And Brandon Anderson with his 4th at bat here. Pitch is high and inside. Anderson ducks out of the way of that one. And Morris was off with the pitch anyway, so down to third now. So another wild pitch could plate another run for Spring Hill National. Again, the winner of this game gets a bye for the following round and won't have to play till Monday. The next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. again, that much more important to win this one, as they'll get to wait and watch who they'll play on Monday, tomorrow. Pitch on the way and well outside. And the loser of this game will play Franklin County tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pitch on the way, and that one is hit just past the front of the pitcher's mound, but up with it and making the grab for the final out is Miko, but not after Spring Hill is able to play two more and take the first lead of the game, as Okeechobee will have some work to do. We'll move to the bottom half of the sixth. You're listening to the 2018 Ozone State Tournament here on Jock Jive.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
Welcome back to Sebring as we start the bottom half of the sixth, and the leadoff hitter for Okeechobee, Juan Terrarina, leads it off with a single. So Terrarina leads off the bottom of the sixth with a long single, and he takes off on the first pitch for a stolen base. So into scoring position as Hunter Daniels now at the dish. Still pitching for Spring Hill is Sean Keegan. Pitch on the way and well inside. 1-1 the count. Spring Hill leading 6-4 in the bottom of the sixth. So last licks for Okeechobee, who led this game for 4.5 innings. Next pitch is just off the outer half. Next pitch is in the dirt. That one will skip away, but up with it and making a great throw down to third, and he'll nab him. No stolen base there. A great kick off the back of the fence there, and throwing down to third is Elkins. A great play and a momentum killer for Okeechobee, as now the first run is retired at third on the stolen base attempt. A fantastic throw by Elkins. Next pitch is skipped in the dirt as well, and down to first with the walk is Daniels. So one out on the stolen base attempt by Terrarina, and Daniels now down to first with the walk. So 1 on, 1 out for Dakota Vargas. Vargas, the left-handed hitting right fielder. And now down to second on the stolen base attempt with a late throw is Daniels. So back-to-back batters for Okeechobee have reached scoring position on stolen bases. But the biggest one yet was gunned down at third for the first out. So Daniels reached on the walk and then just reached second on the stolen base. So a quick conference on the mound as Spring Hill is 2 outs away from advancing to the winner bracket and a bye, which grants the victor of this game a day off tomorrow, as well as an extra spot in advancing in the tournament. As the next pitch is cut on and missed. Count now is 0-1. And the winner of this game will bypass the second round and go as that one's fouled down the left field line. Okay, so the loser of this game will not play Franklin County tomorrow. They will play on Monday as well between the winner of Franklin County or East Lakeland. So East Lakeland and Franklin County play tomorrow. So sorry for the mix-up there, but the winner, regardless, moves to the next round. A ground out to first base as a 3 unassisted is recorded. As Vargas is down on the ground out. Moving up to third is Hunter Daniels. And the tying run coming to the plate with 2 outs in Caden Wyden.
Now back. Number 2, Caden Wyden.
So last chance here for Okeechobee, who led 4-0 heading into the top of the 5th and have yet to plate another run. First pitch is just outside, ball 1. Wyden singled in the first and grounded back to the pitcher in the 4th. Next pitch, thinking about it, but holding up for ball 2. If Wyden were to reach, Cruz would come to the plate. That pitch is in there on the outer half for a strike. Next pitch is lifted out to shallow right center field. Up and under with it for the final out is Joseph Rosa, and Spring Hill and probably rallies back from a 4-0 deficit to take this one 6-4. So a great job there by Spring Hill to battle through a offensive struggle through the first 4 innings and take this one by the final of 6-4. So Spring Hill National, victorious in this game, will move to the Game 7 in the Ozone bracket, which will be basically a bye. They won't have to play tomorrow. So Spring Hill National will take on the winner of Spring Hill American and Sebring, as Okeechobee moves to the losers bracket, and they will take on the winner of the Franklin County East Lakeland game tomorrow. So the final score again, Sebring 6, Okeechobee 4. You've been listening to the 2018 Dixie Youth Ozone State Tournament live on Jock Jive. For Art Shendell saying so long till next time. Catch us here tomorrow for all-day coverage again of all things Jock Jive. Till next time, thank you.